It's that time of the season once again when Manchester United get to meet Arsenal in the English Premier League season 2024-2025 second leg. Remember that in the first leg, Arsenal managed to beat Manchester United by 2-0. Of course, the scorers being Juaren Timber and of course Saliba. And of course, this second leg and the match is going to be played in the famous Old Trafford Stadium, and this is a special occasion. As you can see, I'm donning a tie. And when this happens, remember, this is a big occasion. Arsenal against Manchester United, English Premier League second leg. Which team is going to come out victors, of course, in this tie? Well, it's a warm welcome to Sporting TV. I'm your host, Molo Collins, and of course, I'm going to take you through the nitty-gritties concerning this crucial match between two of the greatest sides in the English Premier League here in Kenya and across the globe. The two teams command such high following, not just here in Kenya, but Africa and around the world. Well, let's get down to it, but before we do that, remember to view, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm also going to get back to you on our next show as we keep tabs on all the happenings that will be taking place concerning this crucial match and all the matches that will be taking place in the English Premier League this week 29 of the English Premier League. Well, view, like, subscribe, and share, and you can also drop a comment and I'll be sample them on our next show. Well, let's get down to it. As you can see, the English Premier League shaping out, and so far Liverpool is currently leading the English Premier League log, so far having amassed 67 points, rather being followed closely by Arsenal, which has 54 points. Well, let's go and look at the head-to-head concerning these two teams, that is Arsenal and Manchester United form heading to this match. So far, Manchester United will be at home and the 12th man will be behind them, but the results have not been coming for Manchester United. Arsenal, on the other side, is coming into this fixture a very confident team after dispatching PSV Eindhoven by 7-0. So I think that Arsenal has an upper hand heading into this match, but we have to wait and see how things are going to pan out in this match. Well, so far Manchester United has played a total of 27 matches, rather winning 9, drawing 6, and losing 12 matches so far, having amassed 33 points. And Arsenal, on the other hand, has also played a number of 27 matches, winning 15, drawing 9, losing 3, and so far having amassed 54 points. Well, you can see that Arsenal is trying to push for the English Premier League, and on the other side, it's total contrast of what Manchester United is doing, because currently Manchester United in that 14th position is trying to fight relegation, a very, very different ball game from what Manchester United fans used to know when they had all the success when Ferguson was still at the helm and at the reign at Old Trafford Stadium. And on the other side, these are very transformed Arsenal so far since Mikel Arteta took the reins, of course, from Unai Emery. So expect fireworks at Old Trafford Stadium. And remember, when the last time these two teams managed to meet, it was in the FA Cup, and a 10-man Manchester United managed to bundle Arsenal of the FA Cup final. Remember, not finals really in the FA Cup, when Diogo Dalot was shown a red card and the match had to go to penalties. Somehow Manchester United managed to peep Arsenal out of that competition, that is the FA Cup. So Arsenal's sole trophy hopes relies only in the English Premier League and in the UEFA Champions League. So it will be very interesting to see how Mikel Arteta is going to juggle between the English Premier League and, of course, in the UEFA Champions League. So far, they have a very big advantage over PSV Eindhoven, and I think Mikel Arteta may opt to rest some players and try to have fresh legs to try and play this match against Manchester United. Well, on the other side, it has not been all rosy for Ruben Amorim since he took the reins at Manchester United. Remember that when he was at Sporting Lisbon, he had a very good run, but since he joined Manchester United, all has not been well for him, and Manchester United is facing imminent injury crisis so far, having a very depleted squad and missing some of the very top players in that team. Remember that the likes of Lisandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Ahmad Diallo, and of course Maino, Mason Mount are missing in this match. And Arsenal on the other side also has not had good numbers in terms of injuries, because the likes of Kai Havertz, who was once their top scorer, is missing. There is also Bukayo Saka, who is trying to come back into this Arsenal first team, and there's also Martinelli and Jesus, who has also been ruled out for the rest of the season. And so the four Manchester players will not be taking part, and the other four for Arsenal will also be missing. Well, let's go and look at the formation. We've seen that Ruben Amorim has adopted a 3-5-2 kind of formation compared to Arsenal, which is 4-3-3 kind of formation. Very different ballgame from what Manchester United used to have when they were under different managers, because they have now to switch to a back three, and of course with 5 sitting defenders, and of course 3 attackers in that tip of the attack. So now let's go and look at the first 11s that Amorim is going to rely on heading this match. And in between the sticks, expect Andre Onana, who has had very harsh critics from different quarters, especially the media, calling for his name to be dropped from the first 11. Is going to have the nod to start in that Manchester United setup first 11. And of course the defenders, I think that Delete is going to get the nod, Mazrui is going to get the nod, and of course Diogo Dalot. And in the middle of the park, expect the likes of Ugarte, who has had a very decent season, and of course is going to be helped by Casemiro or Eriksson. And on the flanks, expect the likes of Zaxi and of course the Pacey Garnacho. And in that number 10 role, expect Bruno Fernandes and Sport. And at the tip of that attack, expect Højlund, who is not having a very decent season also. And on the other side for Arsenal, if Arteta may not change and tweak his tactics a bit, I think that Raya is going to get the nod. So far, he's among the best English shot stoppers. So far, he's ranked among the keepers with the most clean sheets. So he's going to get the nod. And in that heart of the attack, in the center half position, I think that William Saliba and of course Magalhaes are going to get the nod to start in that heart of the defense. And of course, Juaren Timber, who is having a very decent season, is going to get the nod to start in one of the fullbacks position. And of course, on the other side, it's going to be a difficult one for Arteta to determine, because Ben White is making a comeback. There's also Lewis Kelly, who is having a very good season, and of course there is Calafiore. So either of the three, Arteta will have to choose from that. Then in the middle of the park, of course, there is Declan Rice and Odegaard, since there are rumors that Partey may not take part in this match. And of course, on the other flanks, there is Trossard, and of course there is Nwaneri in that side of the flank. And at the tip of that attack, expect either Merino to get the nod to start, since Arsenal doesn't have an out-and-out striker at the moment. And so far, Arteta may have to do with what he has at his disposal. Well, this is going to be a very tricky match, one trying to avoid relegation. Of course, Manchester United in a very bad position, and of course Mikel Arteta still chasing the English Premier League title. So how are these two teams going to square it out? Arsenal is known for a very attractive football, the tiki-taka kind of football, good brand of football. The short passes are combined by the long passes to their forward players who are very pacey. Just to mention a few, there is a Trossard, who is a very tricky player to reckon with. Well, on the other side, Manchester United is not really up to the formation and the philosophy that Amorim wants the team to adapt. And so far, as I said earlier, Amorim is under very harsh criticism, especially from fans who are saying that he's not the one to take Manchester United to the new levels that he is. Well, those are the points that I have for you, and of course I'm going to give you a prediction today as a bonus in this match. And I think that Arsenal is going to carried the day in this match and is going to defeat Manchester United. I'm not sure by how many goals, but I think that Arsenal at the moment is a very good oiled machine, and they're going to give Manchester United a very hard time at their backyard at Old Trafford. So expect fireworks, expect tackles, expect a lot of pace in this match, expect a good brand of football from both teams, but Arsenal has an edge against Manchester United, even though Manchester United is at home at Old Trafford Stadium. Well, let's keep the conversation going across all social media platforms. On Facebook, I'm at Molo Collins, and I'll be keeping tabs on all the events taking place in this match between, of course, Manchester United and Arsenal, and I'll be sure to sample some of your views on thoughts on our next show. Keep on supporting, and of course remember to view, like, subscribe and share, and you can also drop a comment and I'll sample some of them on my next show. As for me and the rest of my crew, it's bye bye for now. May the best team win when they do meet.